Hello everyone, my name is Kevin, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing the Survivor Series 2019 review. This is actually supposed to go up yesterday, but I kind of slept through a lot of the day and forgot about recording it. So, there is a lot of matches to get through, so let's get right into it. So the starting match on the pre-show was a cross-branded tag team battle royal. Since Jesse and I only found out about this during the show, obviously we have no prediction for it. The competitors were the OC, the Street Profits, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, Breezango, Imperium, being represented by, I believe it was Eichner and Bartel, the Forgotten Sons, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler, the Lucha House Party, Heavy Machinery, and the Revival. The Forgotten Sons were the first ones to get eliminated, and then the Lucha House Party, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Imperium were gone as Robert Roode saved Dolph Ziggler from being eliminated. Heavy Machinery got eliminated, then Breezango, then the Revival. Ziggler hit a zigzag to save Roode from the Magic Killer. Hits a super kick, and that takes out the OC. Ziggler accidentally super kicked to Robert Roode. Big powerbomb to Ziggler. Ford almost gets sent out by Roode. Frog Splash with a twist, very high up to Ziggler. Roode throws Ford out right after. Roode and Ziggler win. 10 out of 10, no predictions. SmackDown is up 1-0 on the night. Match number 2, a Cruiserweight Championship Triple Threat match. Lio Rush versus Akira Tozawa versus Kalisto. One from Raw, one from SmackDown, one from NXT. No prediction on this, once again. Lots of fast-paced action. Tozawa caught with a kick by Kalisto. Chops to Tozawa. Flippy shit. Lio Rush in control over Kalisto and Tozawa. Big sucker punch to Rush by Tozawa. Tozawa taking control over Lio. Kalisto takes down Rush with an enziguri. They double team Lio, hitting a double Spanish fly to then hits a double Spanish fly to Tozawa and to Kalisto. Lio takes down Kalisto, but Tozawa's too fast. Hits a German suplex. Kalisto breaks it up and gets a roll up on Rush for a 2 count. Selena Del Sol off of Tozawa. Tozawa breaks up the pin with a Shining Wizard. Tozawa hits the senton, but Kalisto breaks up just barely. Selena Del Sol to Tozawa. Rush hits the final hour on Kalisto. Rush wins 10 out of 10, no predictions. NXT is at 1, SmackDown's at 1, Raw's at 0. Match number 3, the Tag Team Champions Triple Threat Brand Supremacy match. We have the Viking Raiders for Raw, the New Day for SmackDown, the Undisputed Era for NXT. Prediction was the Viking Raiders for both Jesse and myself. Ivar, Big E, and Kyle O'Reilly starting off the match. I like that they're actually doing a tag team match as a triple threat rather than, oh, you guys can tag in any single person from any team. No, if it's a multi-team fucking match, do it, or if it's like a 3 or 4 team match, do it to where it's actually a triple threat / fatal 4-way. It makes it more enjoyable. It seems less stupid. Fish tagged in, O'Reilly back in, Ivar and Big E alone in the ring for a bit. O'Reilly taking it to Big E as Ivar rolls out. Eric gets tagged in, the Viking Raiders tag teaming O'Reilly. Fish is taken out by the Viking Raiders. I had like a weird fucking catch in my throat right there. Breath, that really hurt. Ivar slammed by Eric onto Fish. Kingston legal for the New Day, taking it to Eric, attacking O'Reilly in the corner. Big E tags in, takes down O'Reilly, then tags Kingston back in, double teaming O'Reilly a bit. Kingston and Big E facing off against Eric and Ivar. Kingston taking control over the Undisputed Era before the double teaming takes him. O'Reilly going after the knee, Fish taken down by Ivar, who breaks up the submission. Big E gets slammed by Eric. Kingston and O'Reilly going off on each other. O'Reilly taking control over Kingston, sidesteps the spear by Big E. Eric throws Ivar on the other members of the match. Eric taking it to O'Reilly. Fish coming in and attacking the legs of Eric. Fish trying to keep Eric isolated in the Undisputed Era's corner. O'Reilly gets tagged back in, double teaming him, keeping Eric isolated and attacking with hard, fast strikes. Fish comes back in. Eric nearly gets to Ivar, but Fish drives him back again. Fish gets sent to O'Reilly by Eric. Ivar is tagged in, taking to O'Reilly and Fish. A lot of double teaming in this match between the teams. Running between the corners, attacking Fish and O'Reilly. O'Reilly accidentally kicks Fish in the face. Ivar gets hit by forearms from the Undisputed Era after taking Big E back out. O'Reilly saves Fish after some double knees, keeping him from worse. Double stomp to Eric by Kingston, belly to belly to O'Reilly, and then Fish, big PK by Kingston. Eric punching Big E in the corner. Kingston tags in, they set up a tag finish. A big double stomp taking Eric down from Big E's shoulders. Big E comes back in, sends Kofi over into Ivar and the Undisputed Era. Big E hits the spear through the ropes on Eric. Kingston's back in. Fish taken down. O'Reilly takes Kingston down. Ivar's tagged back in. His knees hurt a bit. Kingston hits Trouble in Paradise to the post, which was really shitty to see. As O'Reilly moves, high-low on Kingston. The Undisputed Era going after Eric as Ivar is down. Tag team kick to Ivar. Ivar shrugs it off as they keep going for more tag moves. High-low gets avoided with a cartwheel. Viking experiences hit. The Viking Raiders win 10 out of 10. 1-0 on predictions. 1 win for each brand. Match number 4 to start off is the women's 5-on-5-on-5 elimination match. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown versus Team NXT. Predictions. Jesse had Team Raw. I had Team NXT. Starting the match is Toni Storm, Sarah Logan, and Lacey Evans. Cross immediately tags in as Logan starts taking control. Nikki gets slammed down onto Storm by Sarah Logan. Carmella tags in, and Satan tags in as well, and then Shirai tags in. So there's a lot of history between Satan and Shirai. Carmella inserts herself between the two of them for some dumb reason, kind of like, hey, pay attention to me. Like, no, Carmella, stop being dumb. Brooke is tagged in. She sits back and watches as Shirai and Satan kill each other. Roll-ups galore for 2 counts. Dana taking it to Shirai and Sane. Senton, but no elimination. Lacey is tagged in, double teaming Kairi Sane. LeRae tagged in, roll-up for a 1. Asuka in, LeRae taking it to them. Facebuster, Lacey Evans swinging off the second rope. Ripley gets tagged in, drop kicks Evans down. Armbar in, Belair breaks it up. Natty hits her with a clothesline, neckbreaker to Natty. Drop kick by Shirai, spear by Charlotte, super kick by Milla, and then I lost track of all the quickness of moves happening person after person. Flair is legal as Shirai and LeRae are down outside being checked on. LeRae and Shirai being helped to the back. NXT down 2 members now. Ripley, Evans, and Flair are the legal competitors. Sasha's tagged in the match. Belair tagged in. Cross and Logan tagged in. Cross in control. Cross sent to the apron. Takes down Belair, then Ripley, then Storm. Ripley gets Cross up, and Belair uses the ropes in a roll-up. Cross is gone. Carmella is legal. Rana to Belair. Super kick to Logan. KOD by Belair to Carmella. Belair attacking Logan in the corner. Logan takes down Ripley and Storm. Headbutts Belair. Takes down Ripley and Storm jumping off the apron. Slams Logan into the ring. Asuka taken down. Natty breaks up the pin after a moonsault. Front flip. Logan is gone. Flair is legal. Carmella rolls Flair up for a 2 count, taking Charlotte down. Big boot off the apron to Mella. Belair taking it to Charlotte. Big boot to Belair. Carmella takes Charlotte down from up top. Kicking her up top, Charlotte sets up a powerbomb. Mella reverses it into a Rana, sending Flair onto Belair. Mella tries for like 7 different pins and screams after they kick out on each fucking pin. Natural selection, thank God Carmella is gone. 3 for SmackDown, 3 for NXT, and 4 for Raw. Banks is legal and Flair tags in Sane. Storm gets tagged in. Banks using Sane to attack Storm. Storm starting to take control, goes up and drops the insane elbow onto Storm. Banks breaks up the pin with a Meteora. Why the fuck she broke up the pin? I don't know. Like, Sasha, you retarded. You broke up a pin that would have been an easy 3 count. Sane gone, Asuka in the match, taking everyone down with kicks. Takes down Storm and Banks. Brooks tagged in, big kick to Brooke, and she's gone. Asuka shoves Flair to tag her in, fighting between the two. Flair losing it on her. Chops to Evans. Asuka hits Flair with the green mist, and then walks away. Raw is now down to 2 competitors. See, Charlotte, if you weren't such a bitch, this wouldn't have happened. Women's right, Charlotte's gone. Raw is down to just Natty, which means Raw is pretty much fucked. At this point, Jesse's like, well, shit, I lost the prediction, didn't I? I'm like, pretty much, yeah. Roll up on Evans, Storm back in the match again. Evans rolled up, Sasha's the last for SmackDown. Sharpshooter in on Storm, Banks stamp as well. Storm is gone. Belair in, and Natty's shit-talking her, double team by Natty and Banks. Belair is gone, she says, bye, bitch. Natty was shit-talking. Down to Ripley, Natty, and Banks. Banks turns on Natty. Of course she does. Team Raw is gone, and Jesse loses the match. Prediction. Sleeper in on Ripley. She starts slamming Sasha into the turnbuckle. Throws her away. Sasha takes control with the drop toe hold into the turnbuckle. Meteor to Ripley for a 2 count. Sasha caught with a nasty kick to the face. She jumps off the second rope. Ripley gets her submission in. Sasha counters it to the bank statement. Shirai and LeRae come back down. Sasha didn't notice. They save Ripley. Ripley drives Banks in the barricade. Riptide avoided. Sasha with a big kick. Shirai attacking her. LeRae distracts the ref, and Shirai drop kicks her. Riptide, Team NXT wins. 10 out of 10. 2-0 for me. 1-1 for Jesse. NXT's at 2. SmackDown's at 1. Raw is at 1. KO he says he's still Team Raw after joining Team Ciampa for War Games. Saying, you really want to talk about loyalty, Seth? Oh my god, it was beautiful. If you guys don't know, the men's NXT team is Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, because I forgot to mention this earlier. Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, Walter, Tommaso Ciampa, and Damian Priest. Match number 5, the men's championship triple threat match. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Roderick Strong. Predictions were Nakamura for both of us. Styles in control over Strong and Nakamura, but then Strong starts to gain some momentum. Hits a drop kick through the ropes. Sliding knee to Strong. Nakamura taking control over Styles. Strong taking control of the match. Nakamura kicking out. Sleeper hold in on Strong by Styles, but he starts taking control. Back and forth forearms to Styles. Monkey flip sending Styles into a knee from Nakamura. Back and forth strikes between Nakamura and Strong. Styles reverses a move into the calf crusher. Picks him up out of it with a Ushigoroshi. Strong breaking up the Styles clash. Zayn saves him from potentially getting pinned. Olympic slam powerbomb for a 2 count. Powerbomb avoided by Strong as he stops Nakamura from getting them on the Tree of Woe. Doomsday device knee strike type thing, and Nakamura lands on Strong's knee. Styles breaks up the pin, but Nakamura sets up for the Kinshasa. Styles stops it, and Zayn slams him into the post. Strong hits knee for a 2 count. Nakamura with the knee to the face. Styles with a forearm jumping over Strong. Nakamura takes out Styles. Clothesline to Strong. A backbreaker to Nakamura. Reverse suplex on Styles' face to Strong. Kinshasa hit on Roderick Strong. Styles breaks up, but just barely. Back and forth strikes between Styles and Nakamura. Pele kick to Nakamura. Flying knee from the second rope to Styles. Roll up by Styles, but Nakamura stops it. Phenomenal forearm. Strong runs in and throws him out. Strong wins. 2-1 for me. Right? Yeah. 1-2 for Jesse. 10 out of 10. NXT's at 3. Raw and SmackDown are both at 1 apiece. Match number 6, the NXT Championship match. Adam Cole, Bebe versus Pete Dunne. The prediction was Cole for both Jesse and myself. Dunne going right for the joint manipulation, destroying the fingers, hand, and arm of Cole, forcing him to roll out for a bit of time. Dunne stomps Cole's elbows onto the steps. Super kick to the injured knee of Dunne. Cole attacking the knee more. Enziguri in the corner to Cole. Powerbomb to Cole for a 2 count. Moonsault to Cole outside. Super kick to his leg. Dunne trying to keep control. Cole gets his knees up on the moonsault. Last shot for a 2 count. Panama Sunrise is avoided, and Dunne starts to take control again. Cole hits an Ushigoroshi to the back of the neck. Last shot gets reversed into an armbar, but Cole gets out of it. Bitter end for a 2 count. Dunne kicking the ribs. Relentless chops to Cole, and then Enziguri. To Dunne. Dunne gives him one back. Gets caught with a kick to the face, but Dunne kicks out. Panama Sunrise gets caught with a massive forearm and a big powerbomb for a 2 count. Step up Enziguri to Dunne's leg by Cole from the outside. Back gives out as Cole tries to slam him. Dunne's leg gives out as he tries to slam him. Panama Sunrise onto the apron. Both men down outside the ring. Dunne back in at 9. Kick to the face for a 2 count. Cole stops Dunne from grabbing his mouth guard. Finger manipulation. Bitter end gets reversed into a Canadian Destroyer. Followed by the last shot. And Adam Cole wins. 20 out of 10. 3-1 for me. 2-2 for Jesse. NXT's at 3. Raw and SmackDown are both at 1. Match number 7, the Universal Championship match. The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan. Prediction was The Fiend for both of us. Daniel going right out of the gate with fast kicks, not letting up. Then he gets taken down with a massive clothesline. Lots of punches to Daniel on the ground. Big headbutt to Daniel. A senton to Daniel outside. The Fiend throwing him across the ring. Snaps his neck. Daniel moves, sending The Fiend over the steps. Suicide dive. Sister Abigail gets reversed. The Fiend gets sent into the post. Daniel with a massive flying knee off the top rope onto The Fiend after a knee strike off the apron. Missile drop kick, another, a third, yes kicks, The Fiend back up, more yes kicks, The Fiend, he starts to laugh, even more yes kicks, Daniel stomping him in the face, running knee for a 2 count, The Fiend stands up, Daniel goes ruthless on him, mandible claw on the turnbuckle, but Daniel reverses it into an armbar over the ropes, breaking the mandible claw, caught jumping from the top rope, Sister Abigail gets reversed to a roll up for a 2 count, the mandible claw is locked in, and Daniel passes out, and then the ref counts to 3. Fiend wins, 4-1 for me, 3-2 for Jesse, 15 out of 10. NXT Star 3, Raw and SmackDown both Star 1. Match number 8, the men's 5-on-5-on-5 elimination match. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown versus Team NXT. Prediction was Team Raw for both. Ciampa, Rollins, and Braun starting it. Ciampa and Rollins both going after Strowman, double teaming him now. Dropkick to Rollins and Ciampa, McIntyre and Walter in. Yes, McIntyre versus Walter, what I've been waiting for. McIntyre and Walter going after Strowman together. McIntyre turns on Walter, chops to Walter, sorry. Massive deadly chops to McIntyre. Big boot to Drew, taking it to both men. Power slam gets reversed by Drew. German suplex to Drew. Chops to Braun. Big forearms. Drop kick. Claymore. Walter is gone. Damian Priest is now in. And oh my god, there were so many boos because Walter got eliminated first. I was like, shit, Chicago's going to lose their fucking minds. Massive kicks to Drew, big clothesline, attacking Braun with speed. Braun sent into the post, and Shorty G is now legal. Ricochet tagged in, taking Shorty G. Ankle lock, breaks out of it. German suplex, Riddle gets tagged in. Ankle lock in on Shorty G, rolls it into a zone. Ciampa tags in. Shorty G is taken out to save Riddle. Ricochet with a springboard double Pele kick. Owens hits a frog splash to Shorty G. Shorty G is gone. Roman Reigns is now in. Corbin tags in, fighting between them. Super kick to Reigns. Stunner avoided by Corbin. Super kick cannonball to Reigns on the barricade. Stunner to Corbin outside. Ciampa with a draping DDT. Owens is gone. Orton in. RKO gets avoided. Ciampa sends him outside. Draping DDT set up, but Orton avoids it. Slams him into the barricade. Slams him onto the apron. Orton stomps. Priest is back in. RKO to Ciampa. The Reckoning is countered. RKO. Damian Priest is gone. Riddle's back in. RKO gets avoided. Orton is gone. RKO. Corbin like a vulture goes to the carcass, and Riddle is now gone. Keith Lee is in. Strowman tags himself in. Drew dives down into Lee. Clothesline. Strowman takes down Rollins and Ricochet. Strowman does his dumb run. Does it again. Collides with Lee on the way around on the second time. Claymore to Strowman. Lee's back in. Drew's back in. Strowman gets counted out. Corbin is now in the match. Yes, it was really weird to see a count out in a triple threat match. I don't know how to explain that one either, guys. Maybe it's because all three men were outside at the same time. Ricochet is in, taking it to Corbin, over the top, taking down Roman. End of days, Ricochet is gone. 2 left to Raw and NXT, 3 left on SmackDown. Ali, Ciampa, and Rollins are in the ring now. Ali gets thrown up, catches Ciampa with the X Factor. Tornado DDT to Rollins. Suicide dive, taking it to Corbin, Rollins, and Ciampa. Ciampa gets thrown into the post, followed by a kick. Corbin's getting pissy. There's a slap to Corbin. Stomp to Ali. Ali is gone, 2 apiece. Corbin is a fucking moron. More fighting on SmackDown. Rollins and McIntyre attacking everyone. Ciampa and Drew in the ring. Alabama slam for a 2 count by Drew. Spear to Drew. Drew is gone. Seth is the last one on Raw. Roll up for a 2 on Reigns. Drive by drop kick to Seth. Draping DDT to Reigns. Superman punch. Corbin takes down Lee. Lots of boos. Speaking of Seth Rollins, I'll get to that in a minute. Attacking Ciampa, drags Reigns over, tags him in, berates Reigns, STD chance. Ciampa avoids it. Superman punch and spear to Corbin. Corbin is gone. Lee and Ciampa left for NXT, Rollins for Raw, and Reigns for SmackDown. Yes, Roman Reigns just turned on his own fucking teammate because Corbin's a fucking dumbass and decided to be a dick. Ciampa going after Reigns and Rollins. Lee comes in to help, but Rollins and Reigns start double teaming. Rollins sends Ciampa outside. Powerbomb gets up to Ciampa, but Lee saves him, sending Rollins and Reigns down. Reigns sends Lee into the post. Big knee strike. Project Ciampa. Rollins kicks out. Rollins avoids the fairy tale ending. Super kick. Stomp avoided. Rollins caught with a knee off the second rope. Superman punch to save Rollins from the fairy tale ending, followed by stomp. Ciampa is gone. Lee, Reigns, and Rollins are the remainders. Keith Lee gets set onto the apron. Springboard crossbody, taking them both down. Enziguri, super kick, frog splash, Lee kicks out. Lee with a jackhammer, Rollins is gone. Down to Lee and Reigns. Superman punch, a second for a 2 count. Powerbomb to Reigns for a 2 count. Moonsault is avoided. Spear. Team SmackDown wins. 20 out of 10. NXT's at 3. SmackDown's at 2. Raw's at 1. 4 and 2 for me. 3 and 3 for Jesse. But on Raw, on Monday, Seth Rollins was like, you all sucked. Like, Seth, you didn't exactly do too great in your match, man. Just shut up. But it seems like Seth is now a heel. Match number 9, WWE Championship match. Brock Lesnar vs. Rey Mysterio. Prediction was Lesnar for both. Rey goes straight for the lead pipe, but Lesnar fights away from him, slams him down, and keeps his foot on the pipe. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex, sending Rey onto the table, covering for the Spanish announce table. Like the covering for the Spanish announce table. The little like pop-up thing that says Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever. Lesnar slamming into the post, stops Rey from getting to the pipe. German suplex sending Rey onto the pipe. Another German suplex, a third, or as Cole would call it, half a dozen. If you guys don't know what that's a reference to, back when Roman and Lesnar had the steel cage match, it was said by Michael Cole that there was a dozen F5s and a dozen German suplexes. There was 6 of each, meaning half a dozen of each. But apparently Michael Cole called it a dozen, so I always give him a shit. I always give shit for that. Dominic comes out to throw in the towel, but Lesnar starts attacking Dominic. Rey hits him in the balls, then Dominic hits him in the balls. They start attacking with the lead pipe. Dominic starts attacking him with the chair. Double 619, frog splash by Dominic, then by Rey. 2 count with Dominic and Rey on top of Brock. Rey and Dominic head up. Lesnar up. German suplex to Dominic. F5 to Rey after Rey tried to dive on him. Lesnar wins 10 out of 10. NXT still at 3. SmackDown at 2. Raw at 1. 5 and 2 for me. 4 and 3 for Jesse. And finally, the match of the night, the main event of the evening. Match number 10, Women's Championship Champion Triple Threat Brand Supremacy match. Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Shayna Baszler. Prediction was Lynch for both. Duke and Shafir come out with Baszler until she gets the entrance to the stage, and then they leave. Becky in control of the match. Shayna outside the ring as Becky and Bayley go after each other. Sliding dropkick takes Baszler down. Bayley with a big right and sends Becky flying across the ring. Bayley attacking Baszler in the corner. Becky comes back in, attacking Bayley in the corner, then attacking them both. But her leg gets caught by Baszler and she slams her down. Bayley slamming Becky's face down in the mat over and over. Bayley getting pissed at the crowd chanting for Becky. Becky taking control. Beck exploded to Bayley, then to Baszler. DDT and a reverse DDT to Shayna and Bayley at the same time. Becky heads up, leg drop to Bayley. Baszler breaks up the pin. Disarm her in on Bayley, but Baszler stops it. Attacking Becky. Bayley starts to go at her. Bayley to belly. Baszler kicks out at 2. Baszler going after Bayley. Shayna takes her up. Becky then gets them down with a drop kick. A Samoan drop to Bayley because of the drop kick to Baszler. Bayley with a crossbody taking Becky and Baszler down. Kirifuda to clutch over the rope. Baszler climbed up higher, but Becky stopped it. Powerbomb to Baszler for a 2 count. Becky sends Baszler into Becky sends Baszler into Bayley as she's in the Kirifuda. Disarm her. Shayna tries to get into the Kirifuda again, but Bayley gets involved. Then gets sent outside, having trouble standing. Becky and Shayna both take out Bayley before Shayna knees Becky in the back, sending her into the barricade. Slams her into the post and then the steps twice. Slams her face first on the announce table, but Becky slammed onto the table. Bayley comes back in, hitting a massive clothesline on Baszler. Kirifuda clutch is locked in. Bayley flips it into a pin for a 2 count. Shayna's still trying to lock it in. Suplexed by Bayley. She heads up, misses the elbow drop. Kirifuda clutch is locked in. Bayley taps. Shayna wins. 10 out of 10. 5-3 for me. 4-4 for Jesse. NXT wins the night at 4. SmackDown is in second with 2, and Raw lost with 1. Pay-per-view as a whole was great, as was War Games. This whole weekend was really good for them. I give a 10 out of 10 on the entire weekend and a 10 out of 10 to both shows themselves. After the match, Becky attacked Baszler, slamming her onto the German announce table, then diving off of the barricade, sending her through it, and she stands tall to end the night. That is it for the Survivor Series review. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one. Let me know what you thought of Survivor Series down in the comments below. Stay golden. Peace.